So hello everyone, my name is Ganesh Sanjay Miraskar. In today's session we are going to discuss about motion under gravity. In today's session we are going to cover all the basic concepts of motion under gravity, which is related with the kinematics and that of rectilinear motion. Okay, that is nothing but the motion in a single direction. So basic concepts plus previous year's solved questions from JEE, pre-medicals entrance test and AIEEE that is to be discussed. So motion under gravity is nothing but the type of rectilinear motion in which motion is in single direction. Okay, basic types are upward motion and downward motion. Here all parameters are to be assigned with positive sign, okay, as the motion is upward. And here for downward motion all parameters, that is u, v, a, s, okay, all parameters, okay, a is to be replaced with acceleration due to gravity, that is g. For both the cases g is to be assigned with negative sign. All remaining parameters are to be assigned positive or negative depending upon the motion. For upward motion consider all parameters positive except g. For downward motion consider all the parameters negative except g. Okay, irrespective of the direction g is always negative because it is acting downwards, so g is acceleration due to gravity. So consider this upward motion. First type is motion under gravity. If the ball is thrown upwards, here maximum height is to be calculated using this equation: v square is equal to u square minus 2gh. V is positive, u is positive, and g is to be considered as a negative value because it always acts downwards. Okay, after getting up to maximum height, here velocity becomes 0, right? So keep v is equal to 0. U is the initial velocity with which the ball is thrown. Okay, using solving this equation you will get h is equal to u square upon 2g. So time required, it is to be calculated using v is equal to u minus gh minus gt. V is positive, u is positive, g is negative, that's why minus. So solving this equation you will get t1 is equal to u upon g. Time of flight is nothing but the addition of these two times. Okay, time required to reach here up to maximum height, and for the remaining part coming to the original position. So t1 plus t2, we have calculated t1 is equal to u upon g, t2 is equal to u upon g. Here the basic assumption is air resistance is neglected while this analysis is done. Okay, there is no air resistance, right? So total time of flight will be t1 plus t2 is equal to 2u upon g. Next, considering the downward motion, you are supposed to find out the v, okay, and t2. So we know that as air resistance is 0, the initial velocity must be equal to final velocity. It is to be proven. V square is equal to u square plus 2gh. V we know that is final velocity, but as u is equal to 0, as we are considering this downward motion, here from 0 velocity it is starting its journey up to the last minute, last second. So v square is equal to u square plus 2gh. Here the common mistake is final velocity is assumed as 0 by the students. So final velocity is related with the velocity just after reaching the ground, just before reaching the ground, okay, just before hitting this ground. So final velocity cannot be 0 here. It is not the velocity after hitting, it is just before hitting the ground. So there will be, let us suppose, final velocity of, you can say, v, right? So what will be the value? V is equal to u plus gt2. U is 0 as initial velocity is 0. T2 is equal to v upon g, that is u upon g. So next part is ball is dropped. Let us suppose this ball is dropped from this height. So s is equal to ut plus half ut square. S is downwards, therefore negative. U is also downwards, so negative negative plus, and a is to be replaced with the minus g, right? So minus minus minus, if we take minus common, then h is equal to half gt square, that is the final expression. So t is equal to square root of 2h upon g. So striking velocity again v is equal to u plus at. U is equal to 0 here, so you can get v is equal to gt. And the next expression is v square is equal to u square plus 2gh. So you can find out this value of v, square root of 2gh. So v is equal to square root of 2gh over here using this equation, and here v is equal to gt. These are the velocities, expressions for the velocity for this type when ball is dropped from height h. So let's discuss the solved examples. The effective acceleration of body when thrown upwards. Okay, body is thrown upwards, so as the direction is upward, acceleration is acting upwards, and g always acts downwards, so effective will be this addition of these two acceleration. So a is positive, g is negative, therefore effective acceleration is a minus g, right? So c is the correct answer. Next, two balls are dropped from heights h and 2h respectively. Ratio of time of the balls to reach the earth or the ground is, we know that t is equal to square root of 2h upon g. Here we have calculated. Okay, then t1 upon t2, just take a square ratio of that, h1 upon h2, as h2 is twice of the h1 or h, it will be just square root of 1 upon 2, that is the option A is the correct answer. Next question is, a stone is released with zero velocity from the top of the tower, it reaches the ground in 4 seconds, height of tower is, just it is required to find out the height. H is equal to ut plus half gt square, released from the top, so all parameters are negative, so taking common negative it becomes positive. H is equal to ut plus half gt square, that is g is to be replaced with minus, here minus, here minus. Final expression is, keep the value of u is equal to 0 and half g into t square. G is equal to, nearly approximately you can take 10, it is 9.8 meter per second square. Answer is 80. C. If the ball is thrown vertically upwards with velocity 40 meter per second, the velocity of the ball after 2 seconds will be, straightforward question which is asked in the 1996 pre-medical test. V is equal to u plus at. Okay, a is to be replaced with the g, and thrown vertically upwards, plus plus, and this is minus, so v is equal to 0 after 2 seconds. No, v is not equal to 0, it is asked after 2 seconds. V is equal to u with upward velocity, so u is 40, so plus, and other a is minus, a is to be replaced with the minus g, so v is equal to 40 minus 2 10 into 2, that is 20 meters per second square. Next, two bodies of mass 1 kg and 3 kg are dropped from height 16 meter and 25 meter respectively. Ratio of time taken. Okay, first body is h is equal to half gt1 square, that we have derived. H2 is equal to half gt square, keep the value of 16 and 25, right? 16 and 25, these are the heights. Okay, half gt1 square gt2 square, take the ratio of equation 1 and 2, you will get 4 by 5. Answer is 4 by 5. Next, a ball is thrown vertically upwards, it has speed of 10 meter per second. When it has reached 1/2 of its maximum height, how high does the ball will rise? Okay, here from this point the ball is reached up to point A. Here that ball is having that initial velocity is equal to 10 meter per second, and at B velocity is equal to 0. So we are going to consider this part. V square is equal to u square minus 2gh. So vertically upwards, so it is positive, and g is negative, so 0 is equal to u square minus 2gh. Here h is h by 2, as we are considering the half of the distance. So after solving, h is equal to u square upon g, that is 10 meter. Okay, next is, a packet is dropped from a balloon which is going upwards with velocity 12 meter per second. The velocity of packet after 2 seconds will be, so here the balloon is rising upwards. Okay, so initial velocity is in upward direction, that is 12 meter per second square. Packet is dropped at this point, so up to this point the initial velocity of packet also 12 meter per second as it is rising with the balloon. Okay, and they have asked what will be the velocity v. Okay, v is equal to u minus gt, as the direction is upwards, balloon is rising upwards, so u is also positive, g is minus 9.8 into t is 2 seconds. After solving, minus 7.6 meter per second. Answer is D. Next, a ball is released from top of the tower of height h meter. It takes t seconds to reach the ground. What is the position of ball in t by 3 seconds? Okay, consider this height, total height, as h. Okay, at t is equal to t by 3, you are supposed to substitute the value, replace the time with t by 3. So two equations, s is equal to ut plus half at square, as the motion is downwards, minus h is equal to 0. As the ball is dropped, initial velocity is 0, minus half gt square. So this is the first expression, minus h is equal to 0 minus half gt square. Next will be at t is equal to t by 3 minus, let us suppose after t by 3 seconds distance covered is s, right? So this is the distance covered after t by 3. So minus s is equal to 0 minus half gt by 3 square. So second expression you will get, take the ratio of these two equations, that is equation 2 divided by equation 1. After solving you will get h by 9. So this distance is h by 9. So they have asked from the ground, so difference between h and s, that will be this distance. So h minus h by 9, it is equal to h, 8h upon 9, that is the answer. If the body is thrown up with velocity 15 meter per second, then maximum height attained by body. Okay, what is the question? What is the maximum height? Again, pre-medical test 2003, h max is equal to u square upon 2g, 15 square divided by 2 into 10, 11.25 meter. So that is it from the previous year solved questions and basics of motion under gravity. Thank you very much.